right, so morning has come. John has just I literally described it as him like seeing the Council of the Dragons like as morning hit. So everyone is waking up, John, just as you realize, oh, you missed an entire night's sleep. So I believe John has just told you guys about the Dragon Council, and then you discussed like the missing books and where to go next. So you've just decided to venture west. The cart hasn't necessarily been like strapped up yet. That the elk is still around. They were just kind of resting by the camp. They're perfectly happy when they can't see the guard drake. They are very skittish when they can see the guard drake. But yeah, how are you guys handling moving out? You're all heading west?
I believe so.
Right, so
Yeah, John would be leading the way, right? Because John's the only one that knows where the devil actually is bound.
yeah, so that was my point. John is the one that has the directions because he researched it from the book, which now he doesn't have the book. He is purely reading from memory. So this would be I guess John making a survival check to try and track to that location.
This will be good. Remember, guys, I'm exhausted.
I have a
You
question
are
before he
indeed
does the rule.
exhausted.
We found footsteps of the fucking devil which stole the books, right?
No. Specifically, I believe I described last session, there was 2 footprints, and then they didn't go anywhere. There were no footprints following or going away from that. It was just 2 footprints and then nothing.
If we go to where those footprints are and we try to like reach for whatever creature had made those footprints, are they still occupying that space?
Good thought, but no.
Okay. John's gonna cast Mage Armor on himself.
Okay.
Just to get that out of the way for the day.
And then that survival check?
Yeah. I think it's this way.
Okay, that's a hefty 6. So John, you theoretically know the way to this, but you don't know how to navigate a wood. You guys travel for an hour before the rest of the party notices that John just took you guys in a full-on circle.
All right, looks like we're getting close. Oh. Okay. So I know where it is, but I don't know how to get there. Think you could help me navigate, Kruak?
Grog just kind of dead stares.
Face palm.
And looks over towards Al.
My hand, my fist, my fucking face is in my hand, and I'm shaking my head.
Hey, I'm tired, okay?
I can help you, John.
Thanks. Try again with Luna's help?
Yeah, you can try again with Luna's help if you would like.
Hey, we're on the right side of 10.
Yeah, you're on the right side of 10. John, you're not a navigator, so the problem with this route is you've basically planned a route which is direct to where you want to go, and not accounted for any of the obstacles in the way. So you guys keep running up to like streams or like giant rocks or just like thickets of trees that like it's too narrow to drive the cart through. So you make. I believe. How long did I say this thing was away? I thought I said it was like either half an hour or like an hour and a half, something like that. But you
Yeah,
make
I believe
it.
you said it.
Sorry, what was that, Basker?
I was gonna say, I believe you said it was like hour and a half, 2 hour.
Yeah, okay. So you make an hour's worth of progress in 2 hours. So it's gonna take you guys at this pace with with John being as accomplished a woodsman as he is, even with Luna's help, like 4 hours to make it there. And I believe you just wasted an hour, so it will be 5 hours of journey by the time you get there, which is a decent amount of way through the day. So by the time you arrive, everyone's just a little bit exhausted and grumpy with like this journey. But it's at that point that you come like through a clearing, and like this wood has been kind of a level. Like it's not too badly up and down, but you step through a clearing and notice like a huge drop into almost like a basin with a load of tents in it and guard towers, and like this is in the middle of a wood. It's very strange, but you can see like humanoid figures walking around down there, and there's just like an entirely active camp ahead of you. So I'm gonna move you guys to this battle map.
Oh no, there's a battle map.
There is fully a battle map, and it's a big one. And I'm going to place
Looks
you guys.
very familiar.
It does. This is a place that another party may have been. But I'm gonna group you guys about where you would be. I think that's everyone. Although I haven't. I will leave the elk with the cart over here. And there should be a guard drake somewhere, but I'm for some reason struggling to find his token. But just assume he is there. Anyway, so down this drop, and I've let you guys see the entire battle map. There's no point doing dynamic lighting here. You can just see an entire camp of orcs, like with fires and all. They haven't just immediately noticed you guys, but there's a lot of orcs down there. They're walking between the tents, just doing daily life. Like a couple of them are cooking. Some of them are just moving objects over to a pile and dumping them, and a couple through are sorting. A couple others are sorting through those piles, looking for useful objects, and just generally living their lives. But John, you know for a fact this is the area that demon was supposed to be held. You don't necessarily have any idea where, but you know the demon was being held underground from the information you held. But like, this is definitely the area.
Oh, so the book didn't say anything about all this. Can
Wow.
can we like get a rough count on the number of visible orcs? I know it's a fair distance. Estimation puts them in the hundreds or in the dozens.
Okay, well, can you see how many tents are on the battle map?
Yes.
Orc-ish per tent. And that's what you can see actively right now.
Okay.
Oh no.
Also, this tent right here that I am pointing out, I'm hoping you guys can see that, has quite a lot of orc activity around it. This tent looks important.
Okay. The book
Okay.
mentioned. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No,
Well,
Night. That's
no,
okay.
no. I count about 40 tents, and if that's 4 each, our odds aren't particularly great.
Did I say 4 each?
Did you say 4 each?
I thought I said orc per tent.
Oh, I said 4 per tent.
No. Orc per
Orcs.
tent, as in 1 orc per
Okay.
tent.
Okay,
One
our
for
odds just
per
got
tent.
significantly better.
It's still 40 fucking orcs. Hello.
Well, we've got high ground if we need.
The book did say that the devil was held captive underground. I know that where we're standing and where this cliff edge shows up on the map makes it feel like it wouldn't be a great angle for our characters, but is this visible from our vantage point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I don't know if it's in that cave. but maybe we just circumvent all the orcs and try not to have an open fight.
But if even one of them
Or-
comes running out of the cave to warn the rest, we're kind of screwed.
Or we take the high ground advantage. We have Ren drop a fireball right in the middle
Wait.
of all of these.
I'm sorry. It sounds to me like you're suggesting we fight the camp of at least 40 orcs.
Well, we are up on a gigantic cliff. I mean,
How tall is the cliff?
maybe
I
the
would say-
cosine of 37.
Yeah, I was gonna say like high parts 50 feet, low parts 35 feet.
Okay.
It is sloped. It's not a good angle, but it is sloped. So it's not like you'd have to just fall. You could maybe like set up a rope to climb down or skid down it or construct a very big ladder. I don't know what you like. There would be a way to scale it rather than just hopping.
But like going up it at the very least is going to be pretty arduous.
I would say so.
Okay.
Do we see any like warg pens or signs of mounts anywhere throughout the camp?
Make me a perception check.
Alrighty. Can I have my owl help?
Sure.
Yay, normal roll. Boo, 10.
Ken, you can't see any warg pens. But then the last camp that you went to, which had the outriders come from it, you didn't see any warg pens either.
Ren, you can make 2 people go invisible, right?
I very much can.
If we wanted to stealth into the cave, we could have at least 4 people be invisible.
What? We go into a cave and then we're behind us are 40 orcs and in front of us is a bound devil.
I mean, they stole the books from us. Maybe we could do the same.
I have a question. I don't know if we can tell from this far, but can we see the insignias on the orcs' armor or clothes or whatever?
As a ballpark figure, you're nearly 150 feet away from the closest visible orc. So I would say it'd be a pretty high perception check if you want to look for an insignia.
Do we have a spyglass anywhere? Is that something that we'd be given?
Oh, those are expensive as shit. They're like 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Seems like the kind of thing Vren would have in his bag.
If it's on your character sheets, you have it. If not, then no.
Yeah, I'll just try and take the normal perception check.
Although
And you have to roll.
I will do that thing I don't often like doing as a DM, but I will do because John is a particularly high intelligence character, and intelligence is meant to be memory. You do have an item that was a specific magic item that is a useful item that can turn into other things within a certain gold cost.
A spyglass is like 1,000 gold.
Then it's not going to be able to turn into a spyglass.
Yeah, sir.
You might be able to get a pair of spectacles out of it.
Magnifying glass.
If we hold it upside down and backwards, a magnifying glass does basically the same thing.
I mean, yeah, if we had another one. Well, what I'm going to do and what I suggest you all do as well is just start counting heads. Come back maybe an hour. Take different points on the camp. And see,
Hey, listen, okay. Don't take this in the wrong way. Last time you, or anyone really, split off from the party, last 2 times we fought a bunch of orcs. It just so happens to be there's a lot more orcs this time that we can't really fight, so maybe don't split up.
it's okay, Al. You don't have to count if you can't or don't want to.
Wait.
But that's not really the problem here.
We should wait until nightfall, though. We have a better chance of an ambush at night.
We should start counting now, though, because it's going to get a lot harder to tell when they're all in tents.
I thought you said you already counted.
I counted the tents, not the number of people.
Or we
can
could
make
just,
a...
not fuck with devils and 40 orcs and leave.
But we need the books.
Why? Didn't you already read them? Look through books.
I got as much as I could in the time that I had. I feel like there's more knowledge in there.
It's also the fact that they could unleash the devil, or we could have the devil maybe help us against the dragons.
The details of the conversation with the Abishai or Abashi, whatever the fuck you call it.
Abashi.
Would it
That's
what?
another.
Sorry.
Did Croc tell us exactly what the conversation between them and the devil was, or was it just we had a chat?
I don't believe. I don't know that that's been talked about in great detail.
Yeah, not in much detail.
That makes things harder.
So it's at this point where you guys are having a conversation. It's very difficult to explain this. You feel like you're hearing a scream, but it's not sound, like it is being projected directly into your minds. And you can tell that the orcs hear it too, because they all look up. Like, they all look up, but like in different directions, because everyone's hearing it from a different location. But you just hear this like bellowing, guttural, roaring scream. And it's not one of pain, it's one necessarily of just rage. And there aren't any words about it, but you can feel the heat of rage just wash over you. Something very powerful, very nearby, is fucking furious. And that's all you get.
I'm going to fall prone, and I would suggest everyone else does so as well if orcs are just looking around.
Yeah. I'm a zip to the ground.
Okay. Everyone hits the deck.
Do we need to roll stealth?
No, I did not ask for that.
It sounds specifically angry, not like in pain.
There's a small amount of pain to it, but it is mostly fury.
Okay.
Is there like a language or an aura associated with the crime, or with the cry?
I mean, it didn't say any words, so you're not going to be able to get an for not to take the piss. Hey, Kay, could you give us a scream in Arabic?
It's supposed to sound like scream.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as any other language. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make.
What the fuck? I mean, point made, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So prestidigitation lets you create a non-magical trinket or an illusionary image.
Yes.
If I create the image, what?
I think it can be the size of the palm of your hand, the image.
Yes, so if I create, like, because it's an illusion, and a spyglass is merely about, like, shifting... Like, a spyglass is, like, shaping the way you see through something. Can I create an image that would allow me to... I don't know how to describe this.
You want to create an illusionary spyglass to bend the light because...
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's an incredibly inventive use of prestidigitation.
Well, it's an illusion, so, like, if you're looking at it, it looks solid. So if I can make it so I can look through it, like, that's still... I don't know how to describe that. Like, it's still it's clearly changing the light and stuff.
It makes too much sense, to be honest.
I mean, I want to say no because the spell shouldn't be that powerful, but like within the bounds of physics, if it's visually there and it is shaping light, then yes, you should be able to use it as a spyglass.
I guess it depends on what Luna's understanding of how spyglasses work is.
Yeah, I
I-
was going
I-
to say this is down to how smart Luna is.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, that's the fucking worst. A saving throw or just a check?
Just to check.
Oof.
It's a toilet paper tube.
Can I
Okay.
wait? Is that considered? Oh wait, this isn't a saving throw. Never mind.
It's not a saving throw. Okay, so what you do, Luna,
Mhm.
is you misunderstand how these things work, and everything seems a lot further away while you're looking through this spyglass.
Huh. I kind of look at it and then I turn it around the other side and try to look through it again.
Oh my god, everything looks a lot closer suddenly.
Huh. Do you guys
Brock
hear
is
that
just
too?
Honestly argue that's worth inspiration just because of how creative it was.
Yes, which is why I'm letting it actually work on a natural one.
Eh? Wait, so I can see through it?
Yeah, absolutely. You just had it the wrong way around initially.
Okay, can I just like spy around the camp with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Make me a perception check with advantage with your little illusionary spyglass.
I'm great at perception. Oh shit.
Yes, you are. Okay. All right. Well, I will straight up reveal a few things because you've absolutely fucking nailed this.
Hilarious.
So,
From the nat 1 to the nat 20.
yep.
I'm an extreme kind of person.
Okay. So there's quite a lot of orcs around that thing, and you noticed there is a warg in that tent. Like you can see its snout kind of poking out through the flap. There's a lot going on around here. So there is a
What are the
orc.
numbers?
Those are things that you shouldn't be able to see, but are just they're part of the map for the module it starts with. I'll be deleting them in a hot second because they don't
Oh, okay.
actually mean anything for this
They were
module.
freaking me out.
Don't worry about it.
Admiral Akbar intensifies. It's a
Mhm.
trap!
All right. Actually, on a nat 20, if it was a trap, I'd be telling you a lot more. But on your nat 20, you've noticed an awful lot of the orcs closer to you. You haven't got a good read on the orcs on the second half of the camp. I've only
Yeah, it's too
revealed the
far.
ones that are around here.
So
And also, I haven't revealed if there are any patrols around, because Luna is specifically looking into the camp.
yeah. Can I not see here or is there nobody here?
All right. This is the cutoff point.
I don't see anything.
God damn it. I was doing that on the wrong layer. All right. This is the cutoff point.
Okay, so there's nobody in these tents as far as I can see.
There is nobody in these two tents as far as you have seen.
Okay. And do I see insignias or anything?
Yes, you do indeed. These guys should be wearing insignias of Tiamat. They are most certainly not.
Ooh. Are they wearing any insignias? Any symbols?
No.
Okay.
The question was the orc chieftain that fucked with demons wearing any symbols, or was he just wearing armor?
Oh, he had a symbol.
He had a pentagram.
Okay, cool. So orc tribe number 3.
Guys, I think these are just regular orcs. They don't have any symbols on them.
And they just so happen to be camped out where the...
That's what I'm saying. I think devils aren't associated with Tiamat.
Not all of them, sure, but some of them must be.
If I can add an additional piece of information, as this is a nat 20, these guys seem to be in their own camp doing tasks. Even the guys guarding the big tent aren't really dressed for war. They're not in their normal leathers. And in fact, the weird thing, now you notice it, none of them are dressed for cold weather. All of them are dressed as if it's summer.
Is it snowing here? Like, is it snowing?
Yep. Yeah, it's cold. You guys are still cold. These guys are acting like the snow ain't shit.
Do I see any weapon stands or any kind of equipment? I mean, I know that could be intense, but
I was gonna say, there are quite a few orcs walking around with like knives on their belts and stuff, and there's one chopping wood using like a big old great axe. So there could be axes around. You don't see weapon stands, so you can assume that they are intense.
aside from the
Thunder in there?
warg in that tent over there, I don't know that any of these look like they're really prepared for war.
If these are not prepared for war, maybe they're unaligned orcs?
Is that possible?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't see why not.
I'm gonna
They,
start.
they could even be friendly, theoretically, right?
Friendly orcs.
I mean, theoretical. John points at Kruak. Eh?
Yeah, the greenie is special. They're also parts other stuff.
Yes, Greenie is indeed special.
I'm gonna.
Last time you've even heard of a friendly orc camp.
There's-
Never. Literally never. But these are
Exactly.
special times.
No, they're not that special. They're orcs. They murder people. No offense, and I looked at us.
Oh, I mean, past experience with orcs haven't been great.
Ren raises a finger and says, "To be fair, we've also murdered a lot of people."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we were murdering people just a couple of days ago.
I
We're
think.
planning
no.
to murder people right now.
The orcs don't count as people.
I think they'd say the same about you.
Starting to sound a little racist there, Al.
Okay, I was never mind.
I think I see
Well,
like 8 over in this direction. And then like maybe 11 in this direction?
11 orcs?
Yeah. I think. But they're all moving a lot.
I don't know, even if they're unprepared, the numbers are there's too many.
You want to try to
So-
talk to them then?
They want to leave.
Before you guys make that decision, Luna in particular, can you make me a luck check? Because you rolled very well on the perception, but I'm tossing up whether there's something I should tell you. So just roll me a d20. High is good.
I was
low is
about to
bad.
say I have no idea what a luck check is.
So just a regular ass
Whoa!
d20. Okay. Nailed it. Okay. So what you notice, which you were talking and like it wasn't very obvious, is that one of these orcs, one that is just like chopping wood, doing normal stuff, when he throws wood into the fire, you notice that like one of his arms is like different to the other. He's green, like most orcs, but one of his arms is like red with black taloned nails on it and kind of like spines coming out of it in different sections. And like it doesn't appear to be bothering him at all, but this arm almost looks like it's an arm from a completely different creature.
Only the
And
one
he's
orc looks like that?
Just the one orc looks like that. Everyone else looks completely normal.
Where?
It is the guy closest to the fire because you got the luck check, and it's only the fact that he is only a couple 100 feet away from you that you notice this about him. The other orcs could be different, but you just kind of went, okay, orc there, I see him in the tent, and moved on. You haven't studied them all. If you'd like to take additional time studying them all, there might be other differences.
Yeah, when
But
I
you've
see
noticed
that,
this
I'm
one.
gonna fly a little bit closer to the edge. I'm kind of like in the grass, though. Not grass. I guess if there's brush or anything that I can kind of hide behind.
Yeah, you can hide in the brush.
And then I'm gonna look at that closely, and then yeah, kind of look kind of see if I can look closely at anything else. Notice anybody else having any.
So you want to look closely at him. When he's placing wood in the fire, he places his arm fully into the fire with the wood and pulls it back out, showing like
Oh.
no sign of care whatsoever.
Oh no.
And then just goes about his business. You start looking around the other orcs. You notice one has like a scar down his face, and what would usually be like a milky white eye is instead like a glowing orange eye. And there are just like some battle scarred orcs. Like some it's just a finger, but they have like battle wounds of missing bits that are replaced with very different looking flesh.
John? John, come here.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you still have
Let's shuffle over to Luna.
prestidigitation?
No. Not to...
Can I can I hold the eye scope like kind of over like near him? Because I know I can't like hold it, right?
I mean,
I'm assuming
you're
I'm
very-
hovering it in my palm.
yeah, it appears wherever you want.
Not what I wanted.
Prestidigitation not learned. You can
Yep.
do none of these effects.
Correct.
Yeah, the fact is, Luna, you're very small, so like
Oh, you're right.
you could hover your eyeglass up, but John's gonna have a real hard time aligning it to his massive eye.
I'm gonna ask him to come over anyway, and then when he gets over here, I'm gonna hold the spy glass up to him as if he can see through it and be like, "Do you see that orc over there by the fire?"
I'll try.
Make me a perception check.
Um.
Flat perception.
Okay. I was saying, does the disadvantage?
16 is good enough. Because Luna is pointing it out, you notice something odd about this orc's arm.
Does that?
Because
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, because of my like training in the arcane and reading through the Abyssal Devil books, does this look like anything that I recognize? Like, I ascertain what in the fuck is going on here?
Nothing you read about in those books, but you can definitely surmise based on what you know as John.
Does that look bad to you?
It looks like the fireball idea probably wouldn't work as I like watch him reach into the flames without a care in the world.
Yeah.
So these guys are probably pretty well intertwined with the devil that resides here. So they probably don't want us fucking with it.
Perfect moment for you to hear another of those screams of absolute rage psychically into your minds.
Mm.
Are the orcs confused by the screams as much as we are?
No, they look around, but they then continue going about their business.
Do they look around like they've never heard it before? Like it's still a fun new thing?
Not really.
So it's reasonable to think that this is common for this.
Yeah, you could conclude that.
Did we hear it on the approach as we shuffled our way in over the course of several hours?
Again, it's not actually literal sound, so no, you that like there's no way it would carry, if that makes sense.
Oh, I more meant like what's the bounds of the radius? When did we start to notice it, if it's like a psychological event?
The 2 times I've mentioned it, and right where you're standing now.
Okay.
The orc that we fought at the other camp that was like clearly demonicized. Does that look similar to what we're seeing here?
I would say so.
Oh.
And he was resistant to fire, wasn't he?
We didn't try.
Vren hit him with a fire bolt.
I think Vren was dealing with the ones around the Gordrick. It was only me and Croc fighting them. Well, it was
Indeed.
only Croc, really, and they pushed them into a fucking pit of demons or something.
I'm guessing
And I got eviscerated, yes.
I'm guessing they don't have weapons because they probably have double magic.
Or maybe they're all warlock.
Okay, I have
pact.
I have a question that we haven't asked yet, and I'm kind of starting to get worried about it.
Mhm.
Say we can beat all of these fucking orcs, get to the devil. Then what?
We see
What
if
do
they
you
want to
mean?
help us with Tiamat.
Oh, I'm sorry. You literally want to make a deal with the devil?
I mean, Al, what
Well-
do you hate more, dragons or devils?
What? I like my soul more than I hate dragons.
We
Well, you
don't
don't have to give yours.
necessarily have to make a deal with this entity. One of the things I read about in the book is how to take what it has in
Right,
terms
right.
of power.
And what part of having demonic power flowing through you sounds good to you?
The fact that the continent is overrun with dragons and we're fighting a literal demon, dragon, devil god in Tiamat.
No, we're not fighting her yet.
Okay,
And
so
how does being part demon or devil or what the fuck ever help? How does that help?
okay, we've been within 100 feet of Frieza multiple times now. Having some devil power might do some fucking good. We don't know what we could be fighting against. We
Okay,
don't.
do you think a devil who would be strong enough to beat an ancient white dragon would be bound if it was that strong?
This devil has been here for generations, maybe eons. Who knows if it was hundreds of archmages that bound it in this location? We
Well,
have no idea. There could be an even greater force that subdued this devil back
yeah,
in the
yeah,
Age of Man.
but there's just a small detail you're missing. Events that big tend to be written in fucking history books. There's not even a single folktale about a fucking demon being bound here or devil or whatever.
Okay. You ran a criminal organization, right?
Yes,
Okay. How often did you publish your adventures?
we
Archmages?
didn't.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Mages,
When we
mages
no
who
no no
play
no
with
no.
devils don't talk about it because it's taboo. It's a crime. It's illegal because it
Mhm,
gets people
mhm.
hurt and it gets people killed if they don't do
Okay.
it correctly.
No. Let me interrupt you right there. It's taboo because it gets people hurt, and you want to do it because
Because I can do it correctly.
I thought you said hundreds of powerful archmages did it, and it's still taboo and bad.
I said it could have been. We do not know.
I don't know enough about magic to continue this argument, but I will look at Vren. Help.
I don't know anything about devils. If this was a
You know,
dragon matter, I could tell you anything you needed to know. I've
you
read
know
them.
enough to say devil bad? Come on. I can't be the only one seeing this.
Well, the other issue, Al, is a dragon devil took the books and could be making their way here to make a pact to seal this devil, to
Exactly.
release this devil.
And how is that our problem?
It will be.
How?
We are here. We are proximity to. We are making our way through this area where it resides.
Yeah, we were making our way away from this area.
Any
How
extra
are you
power that will
being?
help us take out the dragons. You don't have to give
The
up your
thing-
soul.
The thing that you let into our camp, Kruok, forced this decision on us.
I didn't lay anything in anywhere.
We could agree to disagree on that. But we're here now. And we have to find a way to deal with this.
Oh, what the fuck have they been teaching you in your fucking university? It's a devil. You don't fuck with devils. You don't fuck with devils, and
You
you
don't
don't
fuck
trust
with
dragons. These are
Tiamat
the
dragons
two.
either. What else are we gonna do?
How do you even know it's gonna help us beat dragons?
We don't, but we have to find out.
It's
What?
power. Power helps.
Or power destroys you, like your fucking staff.
Well, either way, we're going to get destroyed if we do not get more powerful.
Yes.
So
No.
death today, trying to reach for life, or death tomorrow, cowering in the gutter. What do you pick?
We were alive yesterday, and we weren't reaching for life.
It's a metaphor, Al. I think
What the fuck is a metaphor?
it's a literary device. That's not what we're talking about.
Yes, we're talking about how you want to go up there, talk to a devil with absolutely no plan, and you want to do it after we've been through combat with an entire orc village.
We could wait.
Are you telling me to make a plan? Usually you're all about action.
No, I'm not telling you to make a plan. I'm telling you to realize how stupid this is and walk away.
I don't
I'm
think it's
sorry,
very
Al. I agree with the Shaggy Man.
What? God damn it, these people. I'll just take a step back and stop the argument. Then everyone's against me.
Oh no, Croc is definitely on Al's side.
I'll just cross my arms and listen. When this goes bad, I will fucking drag your face through the mud until you die.
Uh,
I'm sorry, who was that directed at?
I was John.
Okay.
We all voted for this. Why are you singling me out?
Because you're the one that read the books and you're the one so attached to them. Because what I remember is Croc trying to throw them in the fire and them not burning. That should have been enough of a red flag, but no. Let's read the books. Let's learn about demons. And
It
let's
was a red
change the
flag.
books.
That's why I read the books.
You won't fuck with demon magic.
we're pursuing a bunch of dragons that don't take anything from cold damage either. What else are we gonna do?
Find another way. Like, listen, I don't take offense to this, but I don't give a fuck that your magic doesn't work on them. I don't use magic, and I'm alive. We're alive, even though we've been doing the exact same thing for a week and we haven't died. Actually, we've made progress.
Al, do you think we're really gonna be able to reach Tiamat and you're just gonna be able to punch her to death?
At least I'm going to try.
Well, we need
But
strong
I'm not going
allies
to
if we're gonna
fucking.
get there.
No, devils aren't allies. They're devils.
I'm talking about
They-
John.
Yeah, well, John is making a deal with the devil. He's not going to be our ally for much longer.
I told you, we don't need to make a deal. We can steal what we need, and we can leave it bound.
Right, and as a thief, how long do you think you're gonna be able to steal from a devil unnoticed?
I'm going to walk up to the devil, and I'm going to tell it exactly how
That's
the fuck
not-
it is.
That's not fucking stealing!
It is bound. I am stealing its power,
Oh
whether
my
it knows
God.
about it or doesn't.
Okay, I'm done. You're too far gone.
Al, these orcs are already doing the same thing. They're clearly not under its power. They're not under its control. They're controlling it.
So it's at this point that the orc chieftain points to a point in the camp and bellows something, which causes all of the orcs to kind of stand to attention. You see quite a few of them like running into tents and grabbing weapons, and like everyone is standing ready, and the orc chieftain is just bellowing in Orcish, which I think a couple of you speak, don't you?
I think it's
Croc's the
just
only one
Croc.
that speaks it.
Okay. The orc chieftain is bellowing demands of like halt, stay right there, and I can see you, to a random point in open space.
Oh.
Croc kind of like sits up and kind of like looks over past Al. Just like, oh, that's interesting.
What are they saying?
There's something invisible in the camp, and the orc chieftain can see it, and he's not happy.
Maybe it's our Abashi friend.
I'm gonna knock an arrow.
Okay, so
Last session, I believe, I had asked Vren if there were any scrolls that they were willing to part with, trying to nab myself see invisibility. Was that something that Vren had or was willing to offer up before we get involved here?
you guys could have messed with that through travel. For pretty much any scroll you ask from Vren, because I haven't written down anything like below 3rd level that he has on him. Just make me a luck check, and we'll see if he has it.
All right, that was just a regular D20, right?
Yep. 6. Very unlikely.
Okay.
One of those things that, like, he probably didn't stock because it wasn't, like, a big deal spell.
That's true.
Okay, so you guys don't hear conversation from this distance because it was yelling and it now isn't. What you do see is the orc chieftain kind of like flinch, and then most of the orcs around him flash freeze and are now just icy statues.
Times.
So the rest of the orc camp kind of like, I'm gonna mark these guys as dead. It's gonna take me a hot second though. But
Something just killed them.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
These orcs are flash frozen, and that's the first thing that happens. The orc chieftain is a bit more durable than the rest of the orcs, though. So he takes a hit, and then this is the weirdest thing to explain, because the other surviving orcs in the camp rush to the orc chieftain's defense, but can't see what's there, and the orc chieftain is trying to bark orders to people that can't see a thing, while he is grappling something that you guys also can't see. So it's one of those scenes where, like, you can only see one side of the grapple. You have no idea who's winning.
So, but we can see that he's grabbing something, right?
Yeah, he is grappling with something invisible.
Do any of his orc friends have a like bow and arrow or crossbow, whatever?
No, all of them seem to have axes. Like they're purely axemen.
I could take a shot at whatever it is.
So are you guys getting involved? Are you gonna use this distraction, or are you just gonna keep arguing about what's going on while the orc chieftain is grappling with Mr. Invisible?
I think this is good for us. If we
Or
wait,
bad if that's the Abashi.
yes, true. If we wait and it kills all the orcs, then it'd be an easier fight for us because we don't know if the orcs will be hostile. And if we distract the orcs, the Abashi could slip through, if that is what it is.
I mean, come on. Chances are.
I mean, yes, absolutely. I firmly believe that, but we don't know for sure. Can we tell, based on where the orc chieftain is reaching at into the air, the relative size of the creature he's grappling with?
Bigger than him, which is,
Oh,
and he's pretty big. So like big.
so the orc chieftain is upper echelon medium creature,
Mm-hmm.
and then so he's grappling with something that would be large.
Well, he's pretty big, but he's not like
I wasn't sure if the orc chieftain was a large character or not.
No, he's no Goliath.
Okay.
And Goliath still count as a medium, but he's still pretty big.
And then from what Luna told us about Abashis, are they large creatures or are they medium?
They're pretty big.
They're pretty big, but again, not crossing over into large. Because as soon as you get to large category, you're talking about things like brown bears and ogres.
Yeah, and dwarves and shit like that.
Yes, Hill Giants as well.
So what he's grappling with is a size category or just a few inches taller than him?
Yes. It's around his size, but it's big enough that like his palms are angled up. You can't tell any more than that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if he's at full spread or if it looks like he's got another person in a headlock. You know, if you're watching Muay Thai.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is a paused moment that will resume in a second. So, what are you guys deciding to do, or are you just watching for now?
Rock is just like, well, thoughts?
I say we wait it out and see what happens.
I think we wait like another turn or round.
Okay.
We'll go 6 seconds at a time here.
Okay. So no one's acting this like round, as it were.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
All right.
Still
So
gonna keep my bow trained on it though, on the
You've got-
scuffle.
the warg charging out here. You've got orcs making their way closer. But they don't actually see anything, so they can't use their special racial ability. The most they can do is dash. And it's at this point that you see the orc chieftain get, like, his legs swept or something, because he goes down and hard. He's not dead, but he goes down and is then pinned there by something, again, invisible, so you can't see what is holding him down into the dirt. Okay, so that's what happens for that round. Are you guys taking an action, or...?
I think I'm gonna move, you know.
Okay.
Just, are these, like, squares, like, size accurate, yeah? Like,
Yep.
distance accurate?
It gives a weird reading in terms of the footage, but yes, they're size accurate.
Okay, so I can, with, like, a bonus action dash, get to, like, there-ish.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the knight starts moving off. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I am leaning against a random rock.
Okay.
I think
I'm a-
Croc is leaning against the same rock, waiting to find out what's going to happen.
All right, excellent.
I move a little bit closer to the edge, like basically on the edge, and using my little fake spyglass again.
All right. The warg is like looking very concerned because it wants to jump in, but it can't see anything there. The orcs all look very angry, and the chieftain is looking a bit worried now. Like his face has gone from like anger and yeah, stop, I can see you, to oh shit.
Nothing's attacking the space.
Well, they're trying to get there. As I mentioned, they're all rushing closer, but this map's fairly big, and they can't see a target to use their orc special like racial ability, so they don't know what to charge towards.
Gotcha.
Hey, you know what?
What?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a shot at the invisible creature.
Okay, you're going to take a shot at the invisible creature. All right,
Yes.
roll an attack roll with disadvantage.
Because we are hidden, would it be a neutral roll?
Sure, make me a stealth check first, and we'll decide whether you are hidden from
Stealth.
this creature in particular.
17.
17, right.
17.
Let's
You can also steady aim if you want to.
I could.
well, no, you already moved this round,
Oh.
didn't you?
I can't.
Right, so that is definitely a stealth roll. So 17 does hit, so your arrow sinks into like just mid-air, and
Oh,
like
that was the stealth roll, not the attack roll.
all right, my mistake. Well, then you may make an attack roll.
Oh, never mind. 17 was the attack roll.
All right, well, an 11, then no. Your arrow just thuds into the ground, and in fact, you get a
Fuck.
couple of orcs looking up in your direction.
That's
Possibly
fine.
assuming that you just attacked their orc chieftain, but not knowing for sure.
That's fine.
So, guys, you've seen that Knight has kind of entered this conflict. What are you guys doing?
I mean, Croc has nothing that they can do at this range, so
Hmm.
I don't think they're doing anything.
I am mirroring Croc, actually.
Okay.
Like,
Double
if
Just want to
checking.
hit some home
Right.
runs, you know, with Lucy.
I mean, Al's good. I don't know if he's that good.
No,
Let's see.
listen. Even if I was that good, I don't really want to help here. So good luck.
Okay. So we'll move another round ahead. We've got orcs swarming in who kind of have an idea of what the area is.
Since
Yes?
I'm using my spyglass and I saw the whole thing, could I see how far off Knight was? Like, did I see where the, like, I saw the, I'm assuming I saw the arrow land.
You saw the arrow land, but you don't know exactly where the creature is to know by how much he missed, because the creature's still
But I
invisible.
can see the chieftain grappling.
Yes, and the chieftain is now on the ground, and you
Fair.
can see he's being pinned, but you can't see like what body part is doing it to know where. Like
Yeah.
the creature pinning him could be any of the spaces around.
Yeah. That's
Assumedly not on the warg, but around there. Right, and I don't think these boys moved. So, right, so that's another round. The orc chieftain at this point, you guys can hear its like crunching sound. He is definitely not doing well, and he doesn't seem to be fighting back. He mostly seems to be screaming in agony. So whatever this thing is, it looks like it's got his number.
Is it using magic or just crushing him?
You don't see magic, but again, invisible creature. It could be casting magic, and you just can't see what the effect is from here.
Fair. With the orcs
Right.
this much closer, though, do
Mhm.
I notice that there's more of them that have the weird demonic stuff?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Nearly all of them have at least something to some degree.
Okay.
Are any of the orcs landing blows on the creature, or they've just entered range?
They don't actually know where the creature is, so a lot of them are trying to feel around for it, and none of them seem to have made contact yet. Knight, are you taking another shot this round, or
Yeah, I'll steady him and take another shot.
okay?
Pew.
19. Right, 19 not only lands, it lands on the invisible target, and there is now an arrow floating in midair, which all of the orcs turn their attention to as a kind of, there it is.
Uh-huh.
So you've basically marked this creature. If you'd like to roll damage.
Pew. There you go.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Two at once.
Unfortunately, you don't have an allied creature within 5 feet.
Does it have to be an allied creature, or is it a creature that's hostile to it? Let me just check on that, actually.
Yeah, check me the definition of sneak attack, my guy, because another enemy of that target is within 5 feet of it. Yes. Okay,
Hey.
so you can
Hey.
use another enemy. All right. So that's 7 damage to the invisible
8
creature.
damage.
Oh, 8?
Yeah, 5 plus 3 is 8.
Right up. Okay. Is anyone else jumping in before the orcs take a go?
At this range, I can do nothing.
Yeah.
Wait,
just
what's the
watch
range on a light crossbow? 20?
I've still got one on my sheet. It's 80, 320.
80 and 320?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a disadvantage shot. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's
I'll move.
already disadvantage.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, nothing to lose there. I'll move a little bit closer to the knight. That way I'm not like giving up the location of the main party. And then, pew!
That is a miss. All right, the orcs will take their rounds. So now,
Troll 20's way of telling us how stupid our plan is.
3, 4, 5.
I think we have a plan.
You would
We
do-
specifically
Exactly.
do not have a plan.
We never have a
Al's,
plan.
This is
Wait.
what you wanted, Kit.
No,
Plan
no, no, no,
super
no,
hard.
no.
Don't follow through and take Al's lead. So
Okay.
this is a 100% K type of attack.
So
Al's lead would be to walk away from the devils fighting and just
all-
leave.
all of the orcs pull out axes and start hacking at the open air. A couple of them definitely make contact. The first one that makes contact, however, you see like a splash of blood, and then like frost just rushes up that orc's axe, and he is flash frozen. Like the moment he makes contact with the invisible thing, he's just an ice statue. So that is one of them out. Another couple make contact though and do a little bit of damage. You hear whatever the invisible thing like cry out in pain, but it is obviously a lot more powerful than these orcs. Even if they are infernally like juiced, it is killing them in droves. And that is that turn. So a couple more orcs rush down. One of them is trying to like drag the orc chieftain away, but the orc chieftain is just not moving. Like he's pulling, and the orc chieftain is just staying exactly in place. And this is a very burly orc, so it pulling something and it not budging is very unusual.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another round. Are you guys getting involved, running away?
So, like, it's not dropped invisibility, it's still invisible after all of
It's
that.
still invisible
So it's
while
not like it's
attacking
concentrating
and
on a
being
spell,
hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or it has really good constitution to maintain this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't have any dispels yet. But yeah, if we're back to our actions, I'll take another pop shot.
Okay.
Well, if John is, I will.
I'm not very good at this.
I don't think I am either.
No, a 7 and a 14 are not going to do it.
Taking the sharpshooter penalty is really bold.
Yeah, I was just feeling it, you know?
You know, sometimes you just gotta feel it, man.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I assume Croak and Al are still not doing anything.
Yeah, no. I mean, Krog doesn't really have a like.
I'm reacting to this like I'm watching this fucking fight and people will survive. I'm like, ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Luna's still watching?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yes?
No, go ahead.
Alright, well, the chieftain is gonna pull his trump card. He pulls a like red shard of something from a pouch on his belt and just stabs it into his chest. Which doesn't do much for the orcs, but like you guys see him like there are cracks of orange now shining through his skin that just start spreading over him. His eyes become like furiously burning red. The orcs around kind of continue gathering around, except they would like slashing with axes. Once they see the chieftain do this, like a couple of them throw down axes, a couple of them just single-hand their two-hand axes, and they all grab for whatever that thing in the middle is. So it's now like a giant bundle. Like they all like try and tackle it down. And that is this round.
Well, that's
It
not
it
good.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't seem to get like a chance to do very much because what it tries to do, and you know what, mate, I don't think you guys can hear this. So you don't know what the invisible thing is doing this round, but it is back to you guys. You get one further action.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. So that is a 19 and a 22. That's pretty good. So that, I mean, you definitely hit. So roll me damage, knight. That is
27.
27 in 1.
Matt,
Okay.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, rogues, man.
Because I'm sick.
No, but this is 18 feet from this to this?
Hold on.
From one square to another.
It's very weird, but yes, it's a very like weirdly sized map. And again, I didn't size it. This is from another module. So we're doing approximation with things kind of standing next to each other as best we can.
Yeah, if you look at the ruler at the bottom, it's like meant to be like that, but it's weird.
Yeah.
They could have just made the map bigger and the title smaller, but oh
Yeah.
well.
They absolutely could have done this differently, but they didn't. So we're working with what we've got. So yeah, I need to make a saving throw. Oh, that's not good. All right, so your invisible creature
You're rolling
suddenly
that public,
becomes
by the way.
Yep, suddenly becomes a very visible creature.
Yeah.
Ayo.
And takes. Okay. No damage off its health pool that you can see. So you definitely did a load of damage and caused it to lose concentration, but its physical health doesn't seem to be affected, like, at all, from a devastating critical hit.
Yep, that's an Abashi.
Is there any, like, when something has temporary hit points and it takes temporary hit point damage, is there any, like, visible indicator?
Depends on where the temporary hit points are coming from.
I see.
So if it's a potion or a magical effect, like, you might see that, like, the glimmer or whatever was causing the temporary hit points, like, dim. If something has temporary hit points from, like, a form of necromancy, you might see something happen.
Al has
With
temporary hit
red
points that you
Helen,
probably
you just
wouldn't
might
notice.
not.
Yeah. Al's temporary hit points, like, there's going to be no physical, like, obvious effect there. That is Al just bracing through stuff he shouldn't be able to brace through.
Gotcha.
Right, so now this boy is visible. You can see that he had a foot across the Orc Chieftain's chest, but right now, like, both of his wings have been grabbed, and he is desperately trying to flap them, and he's trying to knock off orcs, and is not going well for him. So that's you two going.
Oh, okay.
Luna,
can
would
do
you
it.
like to do anything?
No, this map is way too big to do anything.
Mm-hmm. All right, fair enough. So when we come back around to the orcs acting again, they're all, like, just piling on this thing and trying to weigh it down. Because the next thing that happens is the orc chieftain fucking explodes in a giant fireball. Just like a
Yep.
just giant bang. Orc flesh goes everywhere. The orcs around him, however, completely unfazed. Like, the fire washes over them and they're fine with it. The Abashi, not necessarily so much. He definitely, whereas you saw him not take any physical damage before, this takes him to about,
Oof.
like, it takes a giant chunk out of his constitution. He is singed, screeching. What it does do, however, is knocks everyone kind of, like, back away from that area. The Orc Chieftain is not only no more, I am fully deleting him from the map because he just is ashes now. And the Abashi takes this as the its moment, and it wings up, just starts pushing air down, and just starts trying to climb straight up on its wings. It is fully trying to fuck off.
Can I jump in on initiative here?
Sure.
I rolled if you needed it.
Yeah, we can do initiative if you would like. The orcs are kind of going to be out of the running for a hot moment, so this is.
Oh, I don't think so.
I mean, they're on the ground. You guys
Oh, well,
are on a platform.
Mm-hmm. Good, I go before him.
Yep.
Right, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Al, are you jumping in on this?
I'll roll, but I'm not doing anything until we're in actual danger.
Okay. And are you capable of rolling, or would you like me to roll for you?
I am sadly on my phone, so no, I can't roll.
All right. I am rolling for you. You have rolled a 14, which is just above the Abashi. So you are after John. So John, what are you doing first?
Okay. I have a 300-foot range on my Earthbind,
Okay.
targeting the Abashi. As I
Yeah.
stand up and scream out in Abyssal, "Don't fucking go anywhere. We have unfinished business."
Oh, you don't get a response in Abyssal, but you get a very quick, no we don't, and he snaps his fingers, counter spell.
Counterspell's only 60 feet.
Yes, it is.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and it's
300 feet,
this is what
buddy.
I'm saying. Like 60 feet is 3 blocks away. This is
Yeah, this
stupid.
map is crazy long, and you are within
300.
300. Okay, all right. Well, I guess he can't do that then. You get locked eyes with him, so
He does have a saving throw
strength saving throw. Okay.
versus a 14 because I'm only level 4.
Well, that is a 23.
It's a little bit
Okay.
higher than 14.
So-
just a scotch.
Yellow strips of magical energy loop around this guy, and if you've ever seen Avengers, where Thanos gets wrapped up by all the red magical bands, he just tears them off and tears straight upwards. He is having none of that. Although, he does make eye contact with you for a hot second, John,
Yes.
and sneers.
And he looks
Oh,
at
does
me.
it not do anything? He's just looking at me.
I mean, it's not his turn, is it?
Well, I wasn't sure if he had like a reaction, eye glaring, soul steal ability. I don't know shit about Avashi's.
He might do. We'll find out about that later. Anyway, is that your turn?
That was my action. I have no bonus, and I don't really feel like jumping down a cliff right now. So yeah, that's gonna be it.
Okay, Al, it is your turn. You are good 186 feet from this dude.
I chuckle at John after he yelled out something dramatic in a language I don't understand and nothing happened.
Mhm.
And that's my turn.
Okay, mock teammate. Good turn, good turn. All right, it is the Abashi's turn. He is, like I said, he's just going directly upwards. He has a fly speed of 40. So he's going to go the full 40. Okay.
Into the air.
Yeah, up into the air, which is difficult to show on the battle map, but obviously none of the orcs can hit him now.
So he's like level with where the cliffside is now.
Pretty much.
What if they had bows of some kind?
Yes, but remember that was asked earlier, and all of them were charging out with axes.
Oh, that's right. I remember the X-Men comment that made a chuckle.
They
Mhm,
toss down their
mhm.
axes later though.
Other than that, yeah.
How arrogant is this about? Oh, he's part dragon, of course. Arrogant as fuck. All right, so he's got a dash in him. He's going to go 40 feet in this direction.
Oh, he's coming towards me.
He's coming straight dead at John. All right, then it is Luna's turn.
Can I move 2 squares? This is 37 though, so can I
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you're allowed to approximate. 37 is fine. This map is stupid. If you want to go 37, that's okay for this map.
since I mean, he's basically level with the thing now, so I'm just going to fly straight. So we should be kind of on the same level.
Yeah, kind of on the same plane. He's not really focused on you. He's more focused on John, but
Yeah.
you are level 1 on the same plane.
And can I hold action
Mhm.
for if he's going to fly by me
Yep.
to cast Fairy Fire?
Yes. Absolutely. Okay, so you're holding that spell for if he triggers it by flying past you.
Yes. So, I mean, and I'm not really trying to hide it.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
Fairy fire affects everyone, us included, though, so it will give everyone advantage.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
miles out, mate.
He's
It's not.
nowhere fucking near you guys.
I'll send you the
Okay.
screenshot, Kay. Don't worry.
It's okay.
Yeah, 20-foot
fine.
cube on this map isn't even a whole square.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. And I obviously I don't know how to measure it, but I'm going to try to cast it in a way that it only hits him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's 40 feet in the air, so if you center it on him,
Yeah.
it's going to get no one but him.
Right. And
Draw.
I believe that's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to, likewise with Al, just wait and see what happens.
Perfect. The knight, You've got a turn.
I'm gonna steady aim and snipe him.
Dope.
I steady aim and snipe him.
Incredible,
What
annoying.
the
nat
Jesus.
20.
That's a lot of damage.
What is that? 33,
Oh,
34, 35, 36, 37 damage?
Perfect. Is any of this damage magical?
No.
Perfect. All right. Continue.
That's my
Oh,
turn.
fuck.
That's your turn. Nothing else.
Yep, that's me. I
Okay.
can't do anything else. I've bonus action and action.
Yes. So you notice this attack goes like dead into the Abashi's eye, and he just like snaps off the arrow, tosses it to the side, and the eye just reforms like nothing happened.
Fuck.
John.
Earthbind again.
Mm-hmm.
And I call out in Invisible, down in the dirt where you belong, devil.
Okay.
You're really trying to piss it off, and I don't think we can protect you from these things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So again, a strength saving throw.
Yes.
Is
How
it
is its
20 this
HP
time?
full again?
Because it's over a full HP orc.
Yeah, it's just hovering
Oh,
over an orc.
okay.
It's not. I'll move
Gotcha.
the orc. It Pac-Maned an orc on the way and healed.
No.
All right.
Cheater.
Anything else, John?
No, not having bonus actions is really kind of irritating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Al?
I'll be RB.
I'll take a couple of steps closer to John, so I'm within grabbing reach of him, just in case.
Okay. You are now within grabbing reach of John.
No, that's it. We'll just stand there.
Okay, so that's his turn. He is making the full 80 feet that he has beeline towards John. He is, however...
Does activate my spell unless he wants to counterspell it.
It does indeed. He's not really cognizant of you enough to counterspell a fairy fire, because he's expecting worse, so he's holding off for that. So that gives people like, what color does he glow, by the way?
The same color as me, like purplish blue.
Okay, so this previously white Abashi now has like a purplish blue outline that is like glimmering, kind of fairy dust sort of thing. But he is like beating wings, and he has this like weird, thick-looking scimitar in his hand, and is just flying at John. Like this isn't someone thinking about magic. This is someone just going direct at someone like a cannonball. Right, so that's his turn, which leads us around to Luna's turn. So that was your reaction. You get your reaction back. You have a new turn.
I mind sliver? No. Yes, but this.
No, yes, but this. Okay, a intelligence saving throw. So let's see how dumb.
Did you roll dex against the fairy fire? Did I miss it?
I believe I did.
Okay.
Oh, it's hidden. Where's that one hidden and the rest of it isn't?
I was gonna
What
say,
is
because I
going
saw a
on?
strength, I didn't see the dex.
I really don't know what's going on with Roll20 today. This is confusing the arse off me. Right. But yeah, your DC is a 14. He rolled a 12. He doesn't have the big pluses to Dex that he does for Strength and Con. This should be rolling in the open. I am trying to intentionally do this in the open, and you need a Intelligence saving throw, which is only a 10, so he does take 5 damage.
1d4 from his next saving throw before the end of my next turn.
Right, I will try my best
I'll
to
remember.
remember that. Okay. Then it's round to Croc.
Croc is just gonna sigh and follow Al.
Excellent. Yep. Sounds good. Any other actions this turn, or literally just following?
Just following Al for the moment.
Righto.
Gonna see how this pans out.
So the knight, it is your turn.
Right, I'm gonna move up to John. Right up to him. He got very far, didn't he?
He did.
Mhm.
So you have
Okay.
advantage against him.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? 17.
Yeah, 17 hits.
Nice. 19 damage.
Cool.
Something magic this time.
Still nothing magic, and I'm gonna draw the ink sword, whatever it's called. What do they call it?
The Black Blood Blade.
Black blood blade. That's it.
What's Vren been
be-
doing this whole time?
Vren isn't on the initiative order because he doesn't necessarily know what to do, but he is mostly observing the orcs down below. And just like he's just kind of watching. He's got his hands in the ready to go stance. He just hasn't cast anything yet. Would you like to say something to Vren?
No.
Okay.
John's pretty single-minded right now.
Mhm. Okay. Well, that brings us around to John's turn. He has
All right.
1d4 off his next save.
Yes, and I have one spell slot left.
Hmm.
We're doing it again.
Okay. So a strength saving throw.
Oh
That's a
damn.
full
Yes.
nat 1. So
Minus a D4.
minus a d4.
Yeah.
Full 4. So he rolls a 3.
Negative
and
3.
Finally bound. Well, he falls 60 feet a turn, doesn't he?
Yeah, so he's 40 feet off the ground right now, per your description. So he hits the ground this turn.
Safely descends though.
Is it this turn or on his next turn? Per round.
60 feet per round. So before its next turn, it'll be on the ground.
Yeah, before its next turn. So is that you, John?
Yeah. As I feel the spell take hold, John's just going to call back out and say, I said on the ground.
Okay, so target succeeds on strength saving throws. Until it reaches the ground or the spell ends. Right, so
Bound to the ground for 1 minute though.
yeah.
As long as I maintain concentration.
Okie dokie. And that's him stuck down there, which all of the orcs then react to. We will.
Now they can see it.
Yeah, we're just going to add an orc to the turn order, and we're just going to give them a 0 initiative, so they'll go at the end of each round. Right. Is that your full turn, John?
No, John's going to mutter to the knight. Might want to start picking off the orcs so we don't have to deal with them all at the same time.
Well, I was thinking we could maybe persuade them that we're on the same side.
That's a possibility. We'll have
Okay.
to rely on Kruok for that.
Al, you are standing next to John. Anything this turn?
No. I have a question though. Does the devil dragon thing have any indications that it has books on it anyway?
It doesn't look like it. It looks pretty naked, other than the big old sword. I don't remember if I gave you a handout for this thing. Did I?
Oh no, we've never
Oh.
seen it. This is the first time it's been visible.
We saw it
Ah.
on the Discord.
Perfect. All right, let's So if I show this to you guys, can you see the visual of this man?
Bro, he's
Man.
ugly as fuck.
What?
John might have been a little bit less bold, but he's a little mad right now, so we're just gonna let it slide.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can see the size of that sword, and that is a 8-9-ish foot creature with the arch in its back.
Yeah, 9 foot tall creature, 9 foot tall sword.
So we're I don't know if
Daddy?
Abashi are damn it, Dream. I don't know if Abashi are usually this size or if this one is just like unnaturally large, but this is a big boy. Anyway.
Luna's like the size of his fang.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice bite-sized snack.
Yeah.
Not even bite-sized. Not.
The fuck? Fuck you.
She would be like a cocktail sausage.
Ew.
Toothpick Luna.
The fuck is a cocktail sausage?
Like Little Smokies.
Oh, yeah.
Little
Okay.
Smoky.
It's a brand over here in the States
Okay.
of cocktail wiener.
Right.
This is a very confusing conversation
Sorry,
for me.
sorry,
I thought
sorry.
I was translating to American for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you for the translation. All right, Al, is that the end of your turn then?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so that is his turn. His speed is 0 now, so he can't move, right?
Flying
Yeah,
speed.
his flying speed is 0, so he
Flying
can still
speed.
walk towards the cliff.
Okay. So now that his flying speed is 0, as annoyed as he is, he slightly changes trajectory and starts going this direction.
Uh-oh.
Well, actually, that's movement, isn't it? So he's got a dash in him.
Well, if he's not on the ground yet.
Oh no, he makes it to the ground on his turn.
okay.
He descends, so he's going to move another. So he's just going. He hits the ground and just starts sprinting towards that cave entrance.
Motherfucker.
Right, so that is his glowing turn, Luna.
Oh shit. I'm gonna move here, chasing him. And I realize this is probably a bad decision, but I'm gonna try to breathe some frost at him. And miss horribly.
He's
Actually, wait.
verified.
No, do I have advantage because of fire? Fire?
Yeah, you should have advantage because of fairy fire.
Yay!
So it doesn't damage him. He is immune to the damage, but there is a special
Yeah.
effect on that spell that reduces his movement by 10 feet, and like you see him slow down. Like the ice still seems to like slow down his movement. Less because like he's freezing or anything, but you've made his like clawed feet very slippy, and he keeps sliding on what was previously solid ground.
And my knowledge of Abashis, am I aware of them being immune to frost and fire? Because the unique nature of them?
It's dependent on the Abashi. This is a white
He's
Abashi.
clearly a white one, though.
Yeah, so he's definitely immune to cold. Whether he'd be immune to fire, not unless he's got some kind of spell effect running to give him immunity to it. Like that by default. Nope, sorry. Just check the character sheet. I'm completely wrong. They are immune to cold and fire. So yeah, fire's not going to do anything to this boy.
Part devil, part white dragon. I'd assume they'd be immune to both.
Man.
Yeah, he's got it all covered.
No, I feel like a dick right now.
Which
you made the Abashi take damage from the Orc Chieftain's explosion.
I did, yeah. I'm going to have to give him back those hit points. No! So, unfortunately, narratively, this guy is full health.
What?
Was it exclusively fire damage? There was no impact?
exclusively
There
fire.
wasn't like
But-
bludgeoning damage from like chunks of
but-
orc. Like,
Yeah.
He would be immune to those because they are non-magical bludgeoning
We
damage.
literally can't hurt him, by the way. None of us can literally hurt him. I guess.
You literally can,
Croc
and Rock
maybe.
literally can, and Knight literally can.
No, he's immune to bludgeoning. How
No.
much?
Wait a minute.
Are normal.
Knight
Wait,
hit
He's
him-
immune to non-magical damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, Knight did a bunch of damage to him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
immune
give
to
him full
non-magical
life.
damage.
He was
Oh, he
completely
was?
immune to that damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Knight's
immune
done over
to my
100
super
points
mega
of
crit.
damage.
non-magical
What?
weapon, so it did nothing.
Disgusting.
I mean,
I-
Knight has a couple of magic weapons that he can stab it with.
I narrated it as Knight shot him directly in the eye with an arrow, and the Abashi just pulled the arrow out, and the eye just reformed. It just healed. He took none of it.
Is there any...
Fire. Nice.
Is there
Oh
anything
god, I'm
that
gonna have
I'm
to
aware
1v1 this
of
thing.
that he does take damage from based on my other religion check, or do I need to make another one?
You can make me a religion check right now to try and recall what these guys' like physical attributes are specifically, because 18's pretty good. All right. Are you like what are you looking for? What he does take damage from?
Right, so like I tested him by hitting him with frost, and now I'm thinking in my head, well, I saw him not take fire damage and frost damage, so he is exactly what I thought he was. I
Mhm.
don't know if she noticed that he didn't take damage from Knight's thing. So I'm
Okay.
I'm just searching for what do I remember these take damage from? Are they weak to anything?
So when it comes to normal, they're usually only resistant to non-magical attacks. But this guy seems to be immune. So this guy is not standard, and you know that much. You've seen him be immune to cold, fire. They're usually immune to cold, fire, and poison. So trying to poison him probably wouldn't work. And they're usually only resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical. But this guy is just flat out immune, which means there is something juicing him up.
Like an item or like a...
You can't see any items on him. He's not even wearing clothes. So maybe, but if so,
But
he's hidden it well.
I mean, like, it's not like a racial thing. Like, it's not
It's-
normal.
Yeah, it's not normal.
Okay.
It is not normal for him to be immune to weapon damage.
Okay.
What the fuck, Miles?
just take notes.
Okay. So that's your turn, right, Luna?
Yep.
Perfect. Krog.
Croc is just going to sigh, step up next to Al, and hold out their arm, and on the back of their hand, several sharp thorns will just burst out of their skin,
Mhm.
and they'll cast spike growth right in front of the mouth of the cave.
Oh, nice.
That's a move. What is the range on spike growth?
150 feet,
Okay, you are
Nice.
definitely within range then.
and it is a 20-foot radius centered
Well,
on a point within range.
Then you've
So-
definitely just filled the entire mouth of the cave with spikes.
Jesus.
It is now a full-on cave of doom. Is that your
Um,
turn?
Yeah, and Croc just sighs heavily.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the knight. What are you?
I am going to do some cool ninja shit if I can. Can I slide down the rock face?
Oh, this looked
It's
well.
immensely steep and incredibly ill-advised.
And
But
even
there
if
is
you can't,
nothing
very well.
stopping you from trying that.
No, Sleepy. I need you to think about this. Even if you do succeed at your cool ninja shit, you're gonna be face to face with a thing that has a fucking sword that's bigger than you.
Hasn't taken a single point of damage this entire time, and 25 orcs.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Do
but
a
it'd be
sleepy.
really cool if I did though.
Yeah.
It would be really cool, and you'd probably end up really dead. And I'm all for it. I am all for it.
Hey,
It
hey,
would be
right.
immensely
Let him
cool.
roleplay. Let
Jeff.
him roleplay.
Okay. I do that.
You do that.
Chaos fucking goblin. I love
Here
it.
we go. Here we go.
That is the calmest I do that I've ever heard. All right, I need you to make me an athletics check.
Could it be acrobatics? I'm a cool ninja.
You know what?